So, what if I told you that pretty much everything you've learned about money, from your parents, from school, even from your friends, is just wrong? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty radical philosophy that says the real path to wealth isn't about saving more or just working harder. Nope. It's about completely reprogramming your mind to escape a system that's basically designed to keep you poor. Let's get into it. And this is where it all starts, with this really provocative idea. Look, the point here isn't just that the usual advice is a little bit off. It's that the advice you've been soaking in your entire life is actually a deliberate program, and it's actively working against you building any kind of real, lasting wealth. Okay, so if your mind is basically running on someone else's software, the very first step is to see the code, right? This whole worldview argues that we're all living inside a system, a matrix, if you will, that isn't built for our success. It's actually designed to make us good, compliant, predictable consumers, not independent creators of our own wealth. And they've got a name for the system, the matrix, or a little more bluntly, clown world. It's the whole framework that pushes the so-called safe life. Get the mortgage, the car payment, the 9-to-5 job. It's all designed to keep you just comfortable enough that you never really question anything. But according to this philosophy, that comfort, well, it's a cage. It's the trap that stops you from ever being truly free. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? On the left, you've got that clown world advice we all hear. Pinch your pennies, skip the daily coffee, and whatever you do, avoid risk. But on the right, it's the complete opposite. It's about an aggressive obsession with increasing your income, treating your time like it's the most precious thing you have, and actively embracing the stress that comes with building something real. And that brings us to the absolute core, the most paradigm-shifting idea in this entire philosophy. This is the part that completely reframes how you think about where wealth actually comes from. So if you don't make money in the way we've always been taught, then what do you do? Well, the answer is all about understanding the concept of wealth transfer. And here it is, the big one, the central rule. Money cannot be made, it is taken. Just think about that for a second. Money is already out there. It's constantly flowing between people, between companies, between entire countries. So building wealth isn't about creating something out of thin air. It's about strategically putting yourself in a position to intercept that flow and divert some of it your way. This is just the perfect analogy. You don't need to create the river. You just need to know where the waterfall is and stand there with a big bucket. All of a sudden, building wealth stops being some kind of mysterious art. It becomes a game of logistics and positioning. Okay, so if money is this constantly moving river, you've got to be fast, right? You have to be quick enough to actually catch it. And that leads us to the first major actionable principle of this philosophy, an absolute, total obsession with speed. The mantra is brutally simple. Speed is everything. Think about a business like an airplane. Even if the engines were to fail, it won't just immediately fall out of the sky as long as it has forward momentum. Speed is that momentum. It's literally the only thing that keeps you from crashing. And being slow, it's not just inefficient. For any business, it's a flat-out death sentence. And there are two really big reasons why. Just think about it. First, every single week you delay launching a product is a week of profit you can never, ever get back. It's just gone, forever. Second, and this is huge, speed is a force multiplier. If you can get 2 ads out while your competitor is still trying to perfect just one, you have literally doubled your chances of finding a winner. You're taking twice as many shots on goal. And this whole obsession with speed, it leads directly into another critical mindset shift. Understanding the massive difference between a producer and a consumer. Let's use the makeup company example. A consumer immediately starts thinking about all the things they need to buy. They need a logo, an office, inventory. It's all about money out. The producer, they flip that entire script. They think money in first. They throw together a basic website, run an ad, get paid by a customer, and then they figure out how to ship the product. They use the customer's money to solve their problems, not their own. So here's the crucial takeaway. A fancy logo is not a business. A registered LLC is not a business. According to this philosophy, the only thing that actually makes something a real business is cash hitting your bank account. Everything else is just vanity. All right, so when you put it all together, escaping the matrix, seeing money as a flow, moving with incredible speed, and sinking like a producer, what does your new reality actually look like? Let's break down the final core set of rules. 4 key principles really define this whole thing. First, attention is the new currency. Your job is to get it and then monetize it without apology. Second, your network is everything. Winners hang out with winners. It's that simple. Third, your income is a direct reflection of how much stress you can handle, mentally, not emotionally. And finally, maybe the most important rule of all, never ever take financial advice from broke people. Only listen to people who have already achieved what you want. And this brings us to a really tough pill to swallow in this philosophy: entitlement. The idea is you deserve nothing. The world doesn't owe you anything. The belief that you deserve something is just a comforting lie. The only things you will ever truly have are the things you are willing to fight for and earn. And this is where it all lands, right back on you, with a direct challenge. The argument here is that you already have enough information. You already know what you need to do. The path is actually pretty clear. The only real question left is, are you just lazy? Something to think about.